I'm dying tonight. What's up, guys? It's Tuba, and welcome back to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This may very well be the last episode of this game, and we're gonna be heading back into Area 0. Before we go on, guys, go on and shank that like button. 4K likes, we upload this again. Now, well, will we now? Well, if it is the finale, just shank like for the finale, for the fun this game was. So, this is the Scarlet book, isn't it? Okay, if we're going into Area 0, let's look at this. Well, to start off, thankfully Arvin has mentioned that there is a paradox in this game. That Sada reads about the ancient Pokemon when she was a kid. Then, when she grows up, studies, goes to Area 0, builds the time machine, and brings the ancient Pokemon that she later sees in the book that makes her want to see it when she grows up. Does that make sense? The Pokemon that roamed down there existed during Heat's time 200 years ago, but Sada is apparently the one who brought them out. That's the paradox. And I'm so glad he mentioned it. Let's see if it says anything. Which section do you want to read? Oh, okay. Great Crater of Paldea. Wait. This is Heat's crew. A photograph from the survey team's point of ingress to the crater. We saw this view too. It was very deep, which is visible in the background. Luck favored us with fine weather, making for a smooth outset, but clouds obscured the crater's distant depths where the treasure of legend is said to lie. Now onward and downward. Okay, so this is like the early bits of their journey. They document this and they're gonna go deeper. The clouds covering it is insane because it goes so deep. Okay, next section, the adventure into Area 0. That's Heath. The adventure into Area 0. Within the Great Crater of Paldea lies the mysterious Area 0, a place home to such landscapes such as plant life and such Pokemon as we'd never seen before. It is inhospitable to human life, and as such I suspect something altogether unknown to humankind sleeps in its depths. Wait, hold up. How is it inhospitable to human life? Why can't a human live there? Just because the dangerous Pokemon? Look, and such Pokemon as we had never seen. This makes no sense. And then, so, you know, one theory I had is these aren't real theories. It's just a spitball ideas, you know, because it's fun to think. I mean, if you look at him, he looks like someone from 200 years ago. Okay, I also see Lugios. Is that a Charmander someone has in the background? It must be. Lights up the ways. Okay. Wait, what? What the heck? What happened there? Adventure in Area 0. There's a second page. That wasn't there when I went there. A photograph of a spot where the survey team rested on day 2 of the expedition. Note the strange symbols inscribed in the ground here. Were they left by explorers in the time of the Paldean Emperor? Or could they be older? Regardless, they seemed as if they hold some meaning. That is creepy. This symbol does not look human-made. It's like perfect. So the truth is that many people have tried to explore this place, and no one has succeeded. If you go back thousands of years, except for Heat's crew 200 years ago. This is some weird symbol. A Pokemon made it, or what? I'm also wondering where the time machine came from, because Arvin says his mom made it, but I do not believe that. Well, you can believe it. She did make the artificial intelligence and everything. She could have made it, actually, because it wasn't by chance that she made it. Her goal was to make it. She wanted to find the Pokemon again. There's so many mysteries here, like what are the crystals? Area 0 cartograph. Okay, I've seen this. Look, see at the very bottom, all the crystals? It would make sense they're already there, but you can see them in their drawing. Ledges form a spiral down the inner walls of Area 0, offering a path of descent. Vegetation and sources of water here as well. Legends tell that precious stones or wondrous fruits have long slept in Area 0's depth, protected by some manner of guardian. I'm just thinking, bro, why would you call this place inhabitable? I feel like almost it's certain you would find people living down here. Vegetation and sources of water, you befriend the Pokemon there, albeit it's very dangerous. And he's already mentioned weird Pokemon, so the ancient Pokemon are already here. Protected by some manner of guardian. It's not Koraidon. Only Sada pulls those out. Okay, Pokemon of Area 0. Sketches by a survey team member. Surprisingly, the Pokemon species we observed in the upper strata of Area Zero seem little different than those seen outside of the crater. Yeah, it's the Flamingo Pokemon. Some gorilla. Who's that? Slacking? I guess that's Smolive's evolution, and that's Palmy or any of its brothers. Salt Pokemon. Now and then, we heard unfamiliar cries from the lower strata. So it's at the very bottom that the ancient Pokemon are. How does it make sense? How could there be monsters of Area Zero? Oh, shoot. Okay. Monsters of Area Zero. We've read this page before. As we descended further into Area Zero, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon, though we wondered if these huge ferocious beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a beast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat. Mortally wounded means they died? Possibly? Okay. A member of the survey team captured this photograph by chance. Oh, so cool. I noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Donphan. Yet differences such as its sheer size and the shape of its back set it apart, as do its great tusks. Ancient Donphan was already here. The only possibility is that they were preserved here for a million years, the ancient Pokemon, and something wiped them out. And then so when Sada came back down here, she was like, bruh, nothing's here. So she makes the time machine and pulls him back. That actually might make sense, with no paradox involved. Okay, it freaking scrolls down. Herba Mystica. Oh, we saw this. Area Zero was home to wondrous herbs that instantly impart vigor when eaten. We dubbed them Herba Mystica and attempted to grow some in areas around Paldea. Wait, Sada didn't plant these. I'm so stupid. It was Heat. Heat planted these. Oh my god, Heat planted those spots where the Titan Pokemon ended up coming to be. However, before we could harvest, the herbs were eaten by Pokemon, which in turn grew large and strong. We call these Titan Pokemon. Well, how come Koraidon didn't turn like that? And Mabostiff? Do you have to eat a bunch of it? That's almost like a weird, unanswered question. We called these Titan Pokemon. Oh shoot, y'all called them that already? Mysterious plates. It still scrolls. What? Yo! Where was all this when we went down there? During our descent into Area Zero, we came across a buried metal plate inscribed with a strange symbol. We attempted to shave off even a piece of the plate, but failed to leave even a scratch. Even determining the nature of the metal seems beyond modern science. We know not why the inscription was made, let alone how. This is an ancient civilization. People used to come down here. All we know about the Great Crater is history as far as 3,000 years ago, when the Paldean Emperor tried to go down there. They must have known different stuff back then, but there must have been people here. Look at the size comparison, that's giant. If these are not here when we go down now, what does that mean? It's indestructible metal. It seems to have something written on it. Notes, plans. If anything, this looks like 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 years ago. The crater's been here for a million years. Is it possible these are like notes to create a time machine? If the crystals are already down here, and these crystals have like crazy powers where you can use it to build artificial intelligence, maybe people are trying to build stuff down here. But the invention of something as specific as a time machine, there's no way these are notes to that. Okay. Why is it still scrolling? This is a freaking dream come true. The legendary treasure. Okay, countless days into our descent, we reached at last the very depths of the Great Crater. There we found a cave with formations of gemstones shining blindingly bright as far as we could see. Perhaps that strange light itself is the guardian said to watch over treasure deep within the crater. Look at them all, cheering. The team is only 5 people. That might be their Luxio or their Charmander from earlier. So, Heath definitely did not lie. Everything he said here, we've seen ourselves. Though, these gems are different nowadays. Maybe Sada moved them around. But that is interesting. The light itself might be the guardian. Sada is the only one who wrote notes of some mysterious Pokemon with 6 letters in its name that had these as its like shell. Maybe the Pokemon is under there. If it's a real Pokemon. Our generous sponsor? Oh, an imagined Pokemon. Oh, that's freaking what the frick? There's an ancient Suicune. Shit, don't scream in the mic. Oh, wait, does it also look like Entei a bit? Nah, it's a drawing of a fantastical Pokemon as envisioned by our sketch artist. They saw this thing. The size and ferocity of the strange Pokemon that dwell within Area Zero's lower reaches tickled the artist's imagination, prompting the sketch of what the other species that inhabit those depths must look like. Oh, it's not real. It's a fantastical Pokemon. No. Okay. About the author? That brings up so many ideas, bro. All these legendary Pokemon, you could explain so much. Suicune and Raikou, bro, they were just resurrected 200 years ago or something like that. That means if there was an ancient one, whatever they are can be explained better than the newer ones we have. Frick, it's not. What the frick am I seeing? A phantom memory. It's like math formulas. During our exploration of Area Zero's depths, Heat strayed from the team and was later found unconscious. When awoken, I could only recall speaking with someone in an unfamiliar place, as if in a dream. I was found holding the page shown here. The handwriting is my own, but I no memory of writing this. That is insane. What? Have I heard this before? He wandered alone, and it would appear he got super high, went into a trance and wrote all this. But no one, what is this? It looks like some formula. What, you get possessed by something down here? Whoa. Okay, our generous sponsor. Oh, that's Heat on the left. I know that ain't Heat on the right. I F that. The Naranja Academy been here 800 years. That's crazy. Heat is not even that distant from us. The author Heat pictured with the director of Naranja Academy. The Academy's generous funding made the Area Zero expedition possible, and the data gathered has been shared with the Academy in hopes that it will aid in the institution's research work and help foster future generations of scholars and scientists. And then you went and called him a liar? What the frick, bro? F that man, I'm gonna wipe him from my memory. About the author. Why would his partner be Psych Lizard of all the Pokemon? What a badass. Look at this man. Heat, author of the Scarlet book, shown here with his partner Psych Lizard. A natural historian as well as writer, he was chosen for the Area Zero expedition and penned this account upon returning from the Great Crater Paldea. Psych Lizard aided the expedition as well as bearing the team's luggage and equipment. Didn't we hear something about there being a descendant of him? It wasn't that important, I don't think. Of disc Pokemon. This is what he showed us. A disc Pokemon. While separated from the research team in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Wait! This is what put him in the trance. When separated, I found a strange entity. Whether it was a Pokemon or even alive at all, I know not. It bore a shell with layers of overlapping hexagons and gleamed brighter than gemstone. Viewed as a whole, it resembled a mysterious, brilliant disc. I don't know what I'm looking at. A crown, it looks like a serpent. Why is he calling it a disc? I'm not seeing this from the right angle. Or is it not even disc? Like, is it flat? This book was so good. Oh my goodness. Put away the book. I wish that was a section. The book was here the whole time. Let me just give a quick check. Yeah, we lost our book. We lost Professor Sada's book. So everyone stopped selling these books. This might be like one of the last copies. Even Sada's copy, which Arvin had it smudged. Or did it? Because Arvin did say he only paid attention to the Herba Mystica. Only now, when he went to the other stores that still sold the book in the back, did he notice they're all smudged. Maybe Sada's wasn't. And I'm only saying that because Sada, either she was a genius or she saw something no one else did in the book. If she was able to be so smart and create a time machine and all. And if he wrote down all those formulas because the Pokemon put him in a trance, it's possible Sada did too, and it was with that help that she made the time machine. What, is it a Pokemon that wanted her help to go to the past or something? I'm just spitballing ideas, but you know, I would call it I would say maybe it turned Sada crazy. As you can see when we do hear about her and meet the robot version of her. But as we can see by what Director Clavo says, Sada was kind of always like that. Always super into the research and all. So, I don't think she had this permanent effect of going crazy, though, when she said, even if the okay, so, what the AI Sada was trying to say is that Sada said, Sada wanted to bring all these ancient Pokemon back and live in the current modern day with both modern and ancient Pokemon. Which is kind of a sick dream. Don't you want woolly mammoths and dinosaurs back if we could live peacefully with them? Or just have them somewhere on an island? But she said that, AI Sada says that it's impossible. That I would assume they're too savage. And so that they would quickly wipe out all the Pokemon. We don't stand a chance to the ancient Pokemon and all. But Sada said, pretty much so be it. If they're so weak, so be it. Let them get wiped out, kind of. And, you know, she got wiped out. And from an ancient Pokemon too, Koraidon. That sounds a little too crazy. So what if she was under the effects of whatever the freaking King K rule down here was? Can I just jump back in here? Please let me. Please let me. Please let me. Please let me. I can go back. This is far too dangerous. Penny Namona, Drifter. His name's Arvin. Hey! I don't want to hear this music. I'm about to pull my headphones out. Yeah, I'm pulling my headphones out. I don't want to hear this music. When I'm editing the episode and I'm hearing this music playing stuff, I get so mad. Look! Hey! Who? Are you eating pommies? This suck. Yo! How did y'all make it to the surface? Where are you going? Hey, I have Koraidon, guys. I can climb now. Man, this is gonna be a sick finale. Even if we don't find anything cool, it's just gonna be cool to climb this stuff again. Hey, where you go? I can fly now. I can go to places I couldn't before. Remember the stuff Heath said? Wow, if Heath had a freaking... Oh my goodness! They're freaking all here. Yo, opening the lab just made them all escape. Is this a freaking good thing? We just found one. I never thought this would happen, guys. I thought these Pokemon had real names. They don't have real names. Oh, F it. I've already put the headphones in. The opponent's about to send out Slither Wing. When I capture... Let's see if Sada has any, like, leftover... These are freaking legendaries to catch. Let's see if Sada has any, like, leftover notes and stuff. Slither Wing here. So, Volcarona's entries call it the embodiment of the sun. Look at this dude here. It's like a completely different evolution of Larvesta. Oh man, this is so cool. I can't throw Dusk Balls. This is the brightest place ever. Wow. I'm thinking of other stuff I wrote down to talk about. The only real big... I freaking finally got it. The only real big I could think of is that if... I feel like Sada didn't make the time machine is one of my thoughts. But now when I see Keith did not find this thing here at all... Bug fighting? What? This mysterious Pokemon has some similarities to a creature that an old book introduced as Slitherwing. No freaking way. This is so cool. Oh, there's that entry. Flutter Mane, Slitherwing. See, Heath... Oh, This is so weird. Heath didn't see that machine here. All Heath saw was an exploding amount of gems, perfectly shaped, almost unnatural, you know? That kind of formation of the gems in that book looked completely unnatural. So it's like either a Pokemon did it, which is why it looks so uniform like that, or I mean that's exactly it. Unless Sada broke those crystals down and the machine was underneath it. I just feel like there's no way she built a whole time machine on her own. But it's possible. And I think it's also possible that she got help from the Pokemon kind of like messing her mind up. She still had her mind to an extent, you know. She sent Arven emails and checked up on him. It was only after she died that, you know, Arven stopped getting emails and all. There's no gimme gold down here. I already know for a fact. I'd freaking lose it if I saw one gimme gold down here. So cool to... Can I die? What? I literally... The camera can't even catch up to me. Whoa. What the frick is this place? Why are Pommies down here? You tell me a Pommie can survive and a human can't? And then the other thing I want to talk about is just the fact that she brought the Pokemon here, but she saw the Pokemon in the book. The Pokemon that she brought here in the future. Whoa, Rainbow? I mean, I guess we could look at Slitherwing's stats. F you, bro. Why are you running away from me? Who put this here? So I just flew to the top again. This is one big container. Looks like at some point it used to move. Look, supply crates. They send supply crates down here. So if I were to compare its stats, look at this. If I compare it to one of the ruinous Pokemon, if you generally look at all the stats, these Pokemon from the past might be able to be considered as legendary. This was from 87 years ago. People try to come down here after Heat. Yo, what? She figured something out. We've determined that this energy crystallization is linked to the being we called... Unless it says Zygarde, which it don't. We don't need it's not. Z-Y-G-A-R-D-E. It's not. The interlocking hexagonal plates that comprise its shell must somehow cause this phenomenon, which I've dubbed terastallizing. Thanks to my prototype Terrorb, I secured corporate funding for my research and made a laboratory near the lighthouse. Someday, though, I'll return to the crater. Wait. She said she would return someday. That's... I need to heal, by the way. She said she would return one day. It seemed like when she lived on the surface with Arven and Koraidon that Arven blames Koraidon, you know, because it got injured, that she took it and to hide its existence went back to the crater. But she always wanted to go back. Arven never got that answer that I just read right here. Regardless of what happened, eventually she was gonna go back. I wonder if she was always left an imprint from that Pokemon, that freaking 6-lettered hexagonal Pokemon. There's a few things I was thinking, like I thought it'd be cool if there was references to Sada in future Pokemon games, you know, or maybe just the mention of a weird person that was seen walking among super ancient Pokemon, you know. But what I realized is the games are split. Both Sada, I would imagine Turo goes to the future, right? So Sada and Turo can't, even if both of them are Arven's parents, both of them don't, the ultimate version of them don't exist at the same time. That freaking Volcarona. Okay, let me go up here. This should be, there it is. I guess these don't do much for me. They can't exist at the same time, you know? So even like, for example, the Notion, because she would, in a sense, as long as she has supply of energy, she could be immortal, right? She could technically, even if she's went a million years in the past, if she really wanted to still be alive, she could pop up in a Pokemon game. She could be somewhere as this super annoying AI robot. Could you imagine? She goes to the past and loops all the way back here. That'd be crazy, but that kind of... And I'm just kidding when I say this stuff, but that kind of stuff can't happen because... Well, I don't think it could happen because... Only Sada or Turo exists. not both of them at the same time. But that's why I want to know what the trigger to splitting the games is. Because so far, it goes back before Sada's time to before even Heat's time. What determines whether there's past Pokemon or future Pokemon here? What caused, at least in my game, the ancient Pokemon to be here when Heath came here 200 years ago? The only other thing I can think is that when Sada was sending out Pokeballs to kidnap Pokemon from the ancient past, that some of them ended up in different time periods. So because of her doing that in the future, when Heath comes here 200 years ago, some of those Pokemon were here, you know? I'm so freaking happy Arvin mentioned that, because I feel like that question will be answered. Maybe not in this game, but one day, you know? Maybe if there's like, I don't want to say it, but if there's like DLC for this game, there has to be DLC for this game, man. You know though, if there isn't DLC, we would get the freaking third version treatment. That's usually how it goes, right? Like, forget about X and Y. That thing didn't happen. They planned Pokemon Z anyway. If we don't get a DLC, we would get a third version, like 90%. So that means we have to be getting answers. We have to be getting either a DLC or a third version to this. Hey yo, the third version is gonna be called the freak. Remember when I did the exam and I selected like Unvolo or something? That's what the third version is gonna be, Pokemon Unvolo. What? What is that mythical creature? A freaking Meditite and a Medicham. That kind of makes me happy. That there's a good chance we would get a third version or a DLC to this. Just how Pokemon does their things. But yeah, I'm just trying to throw all these ideas out there. Since, you know, we're not playing this game after this. I'm just really happy that they left mysteries ongoing and stuff. I know it's kind of savage, but I would love to have been a Paldean trainer and always lived alongside that crater, not knowing what was in there. You know, that's such a cool, mysterious thing. This Pokemon shell must somehow cause this phenomenon, which I've called terrestrializing. They've literally, it's almost like the Necrozma treatment. They've literally hinted this third legendary. That's not in between Karate and Rhydon. It's the actual cause of terrestrializing. Which, if you think about, in this entire game has not been explained in the slightest. Nothing's been explained about it aside from how dangerous it is. That's so cool, man. I never thought you could make me a fan of Jigglypuff. Like, I found one. Brood Bonnet? What is it, man? This is the big mystery right here. F everything else I've said. How does this man look like a Pokeball? Yo, these ancient Pokemon don't got genders. This thing. How far back could it be from? If it's an ancient Pokemon, it has to be at least like 10,000 years old. They've already invented Pokeballs in the past. That is the implication. What could this thing's typing be? It's grass something. I know it's not dragon because I think a fire is super effective. Grass. Are you fighting? Are you on 4 legs? Wait, was Amoonguss always on 4 legs? That's messed up. I mean, listen, even if you are a predator and, you know, you hide in your own leaves, what you gonna do when you find someone? The only creepy thing is that, like, mouth of yours. Not very... You're freaking grass dark. You're grass dark. This thing is from way more than just 10,000. They did not invent Pokeballs 200 years ago or 100 years ago from Legends. Grass dark. We got it. It is possible that the creature listed as Brood Bonded in a certain book could actually be this Pokemon. Freaking insane. Insane. The mythical Pokemon that he writes about in these books, we're witnessing them. Frick, I think we've seen them all. We've seen all the Pokemon. All the ancient forms. This fills me with sadness. Now, the ancient Pokemon can go, if we want to give the shortest time possible, we know from one of the Pokemon that they existed rumored to be 10,000 years ago. That's where Sada went and kidnapped her from. And it's Sandy Shocks, the Magneton, right? So that one is a 10,000-year-old Magneton. So it's possible this Amogus is a measly 10,000. That's the late Legends Arceus. I always wanted Legends to have taken place like 1,000 years ago. It took place like 100 years ago. Amogus not only existed in times when a Pokeball was already made, but existed long enough that Pokeballs had been around so long that they evolved to look like them. There's no way it's a coincidence. I've successfully brought more and more ancient Pokemon to our time since the first one. I'm so close to creating a world like the one in the book, a paradise where we three can live happily together forever. I must make it real. So I feel like this happens after Koraidon like bites a wild Pokemon on the surface and she goes down with Koraidon. So her mindset was to create the paradise, then live happily with Arven. That's so sad, eh? She was never really thinking of just abandoning everything and going to the past. Even though she could have. She could have just taken herself, Koraidon, and Arven and went to the past. But I guess she wants modern ones too. Our time machine research has yielded a triumph, a Pokemon from the ancient past. I've named it Koraidon. I was expecting one new life to treasure, but what fortune to be blessed with this gift as well. Okay, so that's when Arven is born. Y'all trying to pick a fight with that thing? I'm gonna tell y'all, don't fight it. I must say it's her and her clone. Her assistant. Bro, I thought y'all cleaned this up, Nimona. Y'all literally spilled these mans everywhere. The picture made it sound like you couldn't even see the ocean underneath. Is that an ocean? Would there be an ocean underneath here? Let's go to that research lab right there. Oh, there we go. A dying dawn fan. I can also go on these now. Ooh. Ooh. Can these crystals be scratched? Guess what? This time that Koraidon had to lose and run away to the future. You know, if crystals have completely destroyed this lab, which is something they used for research, even if it was constructed 87 years ago. Crystals. What Pokemon could do this? But the freaking crystal Pokemon. I need more time. More people. That man walked out not long after the boy was born. I feel like that's still Turo. I need another set of hands, but could they be trusted? And how long would it take them to even understand? If only there were two of me. My new assistant has intellect and technical skills to rival my own. A bit rigid at times, but I've got no serious complaints. Productivity is doubled. We even brought in a second Koraidon. Yeah. So the second Koraidon happens much later. Via the machine, though this one has proved aggressive. I don't think she left a freaking clone of herself down here and then lived on the surface with Arven. They also didn't explain the locks, like why she was locked in her lab there. The only thing I can say is that she had a slight research team with her, and to save them or just to make sure the Pokemon don't escape. Look at this. What sound do you hear when you're running on these? She locked herself in, I would say, to make sure they don't escape. Why don't they attack the freaking robot, her that's there? I don't know. I guess they could tell she's a robot. Yo, this crystal Pokemon, whatever it is, about to be even... What? Why are you here? You should be in the freaking past. F that man. He's guarding the lab? I never experienced a standing encounter in this game. Nah, bro. What happened to her lab? He's alive? That's freaking so sad. Couldn't you at least gone to the past with her? You could have gone back to your time period too. Not that she needs you. There are probably many Koraidon roaming around at that time. That's the thing. Koraidon is the mascot of this game, but he is just one of the ancient Pokemon. Hello. Nah, bro. Why did I come here? A microscope and various examples. Look at this crap. All these equations. But now she's been doing these equations since before she came here. Confusing equations and phases are scribbled all over this whiteboard. Okay. I'm gonna find some evidence. Look. The strange rock-like clump. This is the crystals. She must have found something out about the crystals, like the real her. We don't know what she knows. I wonder if Sada died knowing something. Yeah, I was sleepier. Smells like robot. My name is not Slitherwing. Hang on, something is written here. In order to better defend the Zero Lab, I've developed what I call the Pokeball lock system. Once it has identified IDs associated with specific Pokeballs, it can... Oh, we can lock them. That's insane. She can rule the universe successfully. She can take over the world and you can't do nothing. That's it. There's no other things here to talk to. All right. I can take the elevator there. Wow. It don't function anymore. It's right here. The only thing it's missing is someone who knows how to operate it. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. This giant crystal pattern here, I can't write Crydon. This might be inside the big gemstone. Yeah. Because we just took an elevator super down, so there's like massive crystals. And she built this in here to get maximum crystals. Do we see the weird symbol anywhere? The same symbol that he saw drawn? Kind of looks like this is a mini version of it. Oh, so the book is gone? Where's the book? Who took the book? Hey, well, someone's been here. Someone took... I know she didn't. She didn't have much time. Was it her? What if I'm standing on the Crystal Legendary, but you just won't know till the third game? I almost want a third game instead of a DLC. Even this is broken. There was a block in place to safely enter and leave, but this was broken already. Yes. That's my boy. He got the same mean look, but he's... Why are you wandering? Yo, hey, yo, let's go pull up on the boys. On the boy. He thought you could never turn back into this, just you wait. Also, I couldn't find Roaring Moon, no matter what I did. Roaring Sky is way further up in the Pokedex. Look at this, look at this. You see him right there? Terra Blast. Maybe it respawns here. Excuse me, sir. Do you know where Roaring Moon is? I said, do you know where Roaring Moon is, dumbass? Well. So you've been left behind like the failure you always were. Nothing but piece of crap. Oh, this is my territory. I'll kill any other Crydons. Well, now look. You're the territory of nothing. You have nothing here. What are you doing here? Huh? What's good? You still pissed? You can catch her Koraidon. What, level 72? You can catch her Koraidon. Orichalcum Pulse? Turn the sunlight harsh. Sending its ancient pulse. What does it do? You can catch her freaking Koraidon. That's wild. Yo. Wait, this one is mine. What? That's so weird. Arvin should get one of these. Maybe it makes me happy to know that this piece of crap oh, yo, I'm gonna end his life. Maybe it makes me happy to know that the piece of crap got what's coming. Terra Blast would almost be... Oh, trying your hardest, are you? Terra Blast would almost be the signature move of the Crystal Pokemon. It's like that's casual sneezy. It would be like more hell than Arceus. Not only is he wielding the types, but this man is like fluent in speaking all the types. I've killed it. We have no need for a second Cryon. I've killed it. He fled. I killed it for a reason. I think the final thing left to do is try to find that legendary Salamence. I'm going back down. So he's clearly not at the bottom. Salamence? Bro, it even goes deep. Searching for Salamence. Calling, paging Salamence. Please don't hit the, please don't hit the, please. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's so sick. No way. And yeah, my dudes, now that we're coming to the end of this game, that's the real big thing I can hope for, is news about the third version. And then the mystery of the Pokemon explained, because, you know, they could totally not explain it, honestly, and just move on to like a new generation. So that's my hope, that it's explained somehow. And we get to... I've just freaking found the Salamence. I've just found the Salamence. I've never seen this cave here before. This is where the Salamence is. Well, the bum of a Giraffe stares me down. This whole game founded on the Terra Orb and all that. There's a Pokemon that started it all. A Pokemon that seems to have possessed heat. Might have, maybe not just possessed, but, you know, maybe instill its will on people. But it happened to heat. It might have happened to Sada. The weird pattern on the ground. The ability to make something so powerful. If harnessed, it can create a time machine. There he is. There he freaking is. Look at this god. Well, he's jamming out. I hope they answer it. Whatever the Pokemon is, first off, it puts Eternatus in the dust. And being able to casually make all 18 types wieldable gives Necrozma a run for his money. If we just want to be a bit respectable to him. Ooh. Oh, Espeon, what's this? Steel Beam, huh? Whoa! That's the freaking place! Okay, this... Did you have something to do with this? Freaking Salamence? Hold up. Let me just go to where this water's dripping from. There's the freaking symbol. They don't let you go up there. They don't let you go up to what's causing the water to fall. That's the symbol from the book. This is left here by a Pokemon. Hey. You did this, didn't you? Alright, let's get this over with. Sir, Roaring Moon. My goodness, dude. Roaring Moon? Okay. What's its typing? Dude, what a Pokemon. Are you kidding me? It's such a savage Salamence. I'm gonna have to take a look at what normal Salamence looks like. Okay, let's use Lunge. Nah, you ain't gonna sweep my team, bro. I'm also surprised our Volcarona here is level... is part fighting. What the frick did you just do? He's freaking Dark Dragon. Wow, he's Dark Dragon. He's a high Dragon out there. You know what? You get a Dusk Ball. Man. It's time to come home, boy. The world she goes to is gonna have these flying around everywhere. Wouldn't that be so cool if we had like the distortion world treatment and just temporarily we were able to see the world she went to? At least just one small place. It is possible that this is the creature listed as Roaring Moon. Jeez, bro. Look, man's on the ground. Who am I missing? Wait a minute. Who am I missing? Sandy Shocks? I'll come back here, you tetragram on the floor. The legendary's right under there. The frick? His friend just came and broke him out. Every ancient Pokemon's ability is photosynthesis. It boosts your most proficient stat in the sun. Or if I'm holding a certain item. Doesn't Koraidon's ability summon the sun? So in a weird way, what if Koraidon is like an important Pokemon in the past? Because so far in the lore of this game, they haven't told us anything like that. That's always a nice sight, isn't it? When you catch a Pokemon and your dex is literally done. Paging Agent Sandy Shocks. Come in, Sandy Shocks. Oh, Lord, hell no. Those were really around 10,000 years ago. That is not a man creation. You would be walking around and see that. There's no way. I'm dying tonight. I'm dying tonight. I really can't wait to look up their stats. I guess I'll be after I record this. I'm pretty sure I've seen every secret in the game now. Now I need to see if you're above Roaring Moon in the Pokedex. Normal Magnetons form when 3 Magnemites join, right? It looks like there isn't even a Magnemite to this. Only after time did he figure out, alright, you know what? Wait, he's weak to grass? Did he figure out that maybe I'll have a baby? What type could he be? Oh, maybe ground, electric ground. You look just pure electric. Like the spiky things it has, it's like dust. It's like magnetic dust. It's just like attracted to it. Do not use the Master Ball. Okay, we got you, boy. We got you. There it is. No record exists of this Pokemon being caught. The data is lacking, but the Pokemon's traits match up with the creature shown in an expedition journal. Bro. Does this thing have that ability too? We'll get rid of Achu. Wait! Where did you just go in the Pokedex? Your ability is photosynthesis. I guess it's just some ability of the past. One sec here. What is here? Whoa. Oh, there's a lot more than I thought. Great Tusk, Screamtail, Brute Bonnet, Fluttermane, Slitherwing, Sandy Shocks. What are these? I don't even want to click. Should I click them? What the heck is that? There are Pokemon I haven't met in this game. It's the Iron Dawn fan. Future Tyranitar? That must be what that is. Who this? Yeah. Well, my dudes, that's it for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Go on and shank that like button. Let's see how many likes we can get for the final episode. I'm certain we've done all the content in this game completely. And it's sad for me to put this down. All the connections we formed with the characters, Nemi, what's her name? Nemona, Penny, Arvin. For now, it's done. And hopefully, I can only hope that there's at least a third version for this game. So we can revisit these characters. And so that this isn't the end just yet. But thank you guys for watching this with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. just you at school. You really have the school ambience? Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop.